What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profile. So, I want to focus in on Rasmus Asplund, one of the top Swedish players eligible for the 2016 NHL entry draft. Currently playing at Farstead over in the Swedish league, and you look at his numbers. He has 12 points in 42 games, and you go, "Wow, that's not a good, whatever." But anyone that knows Chef and Shinola about hockey knows he's playing against men and competing and widening his defensive repertoire while playing against men that are in some cases 15, 20 years older than he is, and that jump in competition it leads to physical and psychological maturity that I think will definitely help him at the next level, as opposed to, and this is no disrespect to juniors, but you got a kid putting up 150 points or 100 points in the OHL, whose game is getting better, who's getting pushed a little bit more. So that's something that you got to keep an eye on with guys like this. And I like his game. I think he's a good playmaker. I thought he was amazing for Sweden at the World Juniors with Alex Nylander. Excuse me. So many Nylanders going around. And in fact, speaking of Alex Nylander, I think Asplund will be the second Swede taken after the younger Nylander come June in Buffalo. So again, I think he's a good playmaker. I think his defensive game is definitely getting better. He went down to the wire last World Juniors 2015 in terms of making the team, and this year made it and was one of Sweden's better players, and had 5 points in 7 games as a draft eligible, which you don't need me to tell you is pretty hard to do. So he's been a good offensive threat everywhere he's ever played, and I think the opportunity in the last 2 years to be playing at the SHL level will definitely benefit his game in a positive way and help him when he makes a transition to North American hockey, whether that's next year or after that. Right now, I got him graded as mid to late first round pick. I think he definitely goes in the first. I think he's one of those guys that you draft. He's a late '97. For what that's worth. So you let him do another year in Sweden, then you bring him over. Let him do his AHL apprenticeship. Or I mean, could he come over and play in the AHL next year? I mean, we've seen it, with guys coming over from Europe, whether it's, obviously William Nylander, David Pastrnak, guys like that. So, there's been, it happens, more often than never. So that's a possibility. But I think if I'm a GM, I would, I'd take him, let him do the year in Sweden, and go from there. Right now, I just looked up my last mock draft was in February. Just pulled him out. I got him going 21st to the Devils. I think anywhere between 20 and 30 is reasonable for the youngster from Farstead. So again, like his game, think he'll be a pretty good NHLer. Mid to late first round pick. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.